might want to build in some securities, and one security could be is that you say, I give you the money, but at any point in time I can ask that money back. And that effectively means that your children need to refinance with a bank, so you also should give them a loan that they are able to refinance at the bank. Welcome! If you don't know who I am, my name is Jesse Borst and I'm a professional investor. What you should try to avoid is loaning your money to friends and family. If you are wealthy, people will come to you with money requests. They need to, let's say, pay for something, they need some money, maybe they have a business opportunity, they come to you, hey, can you help out? Can you provide a loan? You should not do that. Let's say a friend comes to you. He wants to borrow some money for his business and you give him a loan. First of all, you need to figure out how much interest should you charge him because it's a friend. It can be challenging. But what if the friend is not able to repay the loan? What happens then, what you generally tend to see, is that it will ruin the friendship. So try to avoid it. And there are ways to help. One way to help is give him the money. It sounds like, okay, that maybe seems like a lot. But if you want to help somebody, you can just give him the money. But the problem then is, what if the next time he has an issue, he comes to you and then he expects that you will give him the money again. So you should create some ground rules with, let's say, this type of giving, because you don't want to create a dependency. And one piece of advice is that you give the money, but you also give a clear instruction: do not ask for money again. So this is the one and only time that you get the money. And if you say that, you also need to stick to that. You need to have this principle in place. So if somebody comes with you with a money request, you say, okay, I will give you the money, but this will be the one and only time that I'm going to give you the money. And in that way, you can avoid that somebody gets dependent on you and will ask all types of things. And of course, because it's your money, you can decide what to do with it. So let's say a family member comes with a request to borrow money. There's the same principle. If they are not able to pay that money, then you need to figure out how to deal with that. And one way to deal with that, let's say they are your children, then it's a different case, because effectively they will inherit your money at one point in time. So borrowing it now from you should not have a big impact. However, you should also prepare for the worst. So in case you have, for instance, a family bank in place that allows your children to borrow from you, then you need to have a very strict set of rules. Let's say your children get divorced. What will happen then to the loan? You might want to build in some securities. And one security could be is that you say, I give you the money, but at any point in time, I can ask that money back. And that effectively means that your children need to refinance with a bank. So you also should give them a loan that they are able to refinance at the bank. So if you give them a loan they can't, let's say, pay, or they wouldn't even get money from a bank, that's maybe not the best idea. You want to build in some securities to, or let's say, allow them to borrow the money, but also give yourself the flexibility in case something happens. But what if they, for instance, lose their job? What you can do, of course, is then change the terms. Let's say for 1 year time, you don't have to repay or pay any interest. Of course, because you're a parent, you don't want to give them a burden that they can't handle. And in that case, you of course provide some flexibility, because you know, okay, they will find a job, but it will take maybe a few months and they don't have the stress of, let's say, repaying the mortgage. So you can help them out, but do that in a structured manner. Don't just loan out money to people, because there is a risk that it will fail. Also, you need to think about what, let's say, how the relationship with your children is. Maybe you have a difficult relationship with one child, an easier relationship with another child. You need to figure out, okay, how to deal with that. It's best to treat children equally. So you also need to be transparent about it. Let's say you loan somebody $100,000 to buy a house. You should also explain to the other children, hey, I'm doing this for this one. If you also want to do that in the future, you can do so. And providing the level playing field to your children is very important. So in principle, do not loan out your money to friends and family. But if you do so, or give the money, do that with specific rules in place. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up and share it with other people. If you have any questions, ask them via the comment section and I will answer as soon as possible. See you in my next video.